So let's do the second part of the party, which is of course the animations. Now let's go under the item actions, I guess, or let's go via the data sets. So basically, because technically you only with the right bumper attack you could do the parry or the backstab or whatever if the weapon allowed it. Okay, so let's go with that approach then. We could change this slightly and leave each attack to tell if you can parry, which will have made a little bit more sense because yeah, you know what, fuck it, let's just do this per attack. Okay, so I'm just going to go over here. So if you are also, let's do parry, can backstab as well. So if you also had a knife on the left hand, you're still going to have to be able to attack on with that hand to do the parry and or do the backstab. Okay, so whenever we are copying this now, these values, we should also add that. Come on. And oh, come on. What is this? Why is this is not? Okay, maybe not on this. Hold on. Item action container. Let's see, where do we copy that? Here it is. Reset. That's the reset. We should probably also add can backstab, and can parry over here as well. Here we are. Copy item container to can parry from dot can parry to dot can backstab equals from dot can backstab. Okay, that's the ones we need. So that allows us to go under the in the, let's call it from the input manager under the handle attack before you play the target item action. Okay, so you have your attack input and here we are. So if current action is not null, which should never be since we have the default one, so let's keep that. So if current action dot can backstab or current action dot can parry, going to do, let's throw a recast in the front. Recast hit, vector 3 origin. Actually, let's do a sphere cast, I guess. Origin mTransfer.position plus vector 3.1. That should do it. Or let's just make it slightly more performant. Okay, direction will be our forward, and that's for us to draw a ray for the origin dir by, let's say 2, although probably 2 meters in the front is way too much. Okay, so if physics dot spherecast origin direction, and actually origin radius, let's say 0.5, direction out hit, and ignore for ground check. And if you hit something and that something has an I variable, okay, then we're going to add a new method, void get parried. You probably want to know who parried you, but for now this will work. And okay, so if variable is not equals null, variable dot get parried. Now, actually no, we don't really need that because we already have it. We can just get the transform from here, to be honest. We could add get the animator, however. Okay, so we're going to need a few calculations first of all. Transform, let's say, and transform equals variable get transform. Then we're going to have to create the direction for the transfer position minus our own m transfer dot position, or we can just override it, I guess, for a new cause. Then we need to find the angle. We're going to do float vector3 dot angle between direction and our aim transfer dot forward. Okay, and if angle, let's be a little bit more generous. So if the angle is less than 45, then we're going to be doing the no, actually we need to have him look the same way as us. So we don't need this one, we just need to go enemy transform dot forward. Now because he's going to be opposite us, we need to replace that to reverse that. So now he should be looking at us, and if that angle is less than 45, it means he's in front of us. I think in reality it's about 25 or 35, but I think 45, at least for now, for testing, this will just be enough. So we have all that angle, and which means we can do it, which means we can say play target animation parry attack true current action dot is mirrored if it's mirrored, and all that, just that. Then animator, enemy animator, variable dot get animator, enemy animator dot play getting parried. Yeah, getting parried. However, yeah, that's kind of terrible, because I will have to do an animator dot. So I guess, yeah, we need to implement it as a get parried. So void get parried, and I'm going to pass the origin and the direction for him, and around direction we're currently looking at, and you'll see why that is. So instead of doing that, we're going to just say variable dot on parried or get parried, m transfer position, m transfer forward. Okay, so let's implement the interface now. And we forgot one thing. We need to do a return here. Okay, otherwise it's going to override our animation. So down to the implementation, on parried, not on parried, on get parried, which we don't really need this on the controller for now, at least. Let's just go on the get controller. On the AI controller, let's find the, yeah, we don't have it yet because we have to implement it. Implement the interface. Okay, so m transform dot position will be origin plus the direction multiplied by a value which we will have to set over here. So let's say parried distance, let's say 1.2f or 1.5f. We'll see how much that will be by parried distance. Okay, rotation, we should be looking at the rotation. So if this is the direction, then that means m transform dot rotation quaternion dot look rotation, the opposite of the direction the player is looking. It means he's looking at us, and all we have to do is say play target animation getting parried. Okay, and of course you are interacting. Now, one thing I would like to change is I would like to affect how much crossfade time this happens, and play instantly. Okay, so for the parry animation, at least I'm going to say 0 and play instantly equals true. So if you turn on if not play instantly, you're going to be playing this, and actually we still need this whatever we're doing, and on the else of this we want to use dot play instead of crossfade, and delete this too. Okay, so save all that. I think we're good. Let's see. Can be parried, is interruption, okay. Yeah, I think we're good with this. We have to double check the names for the animations, but we should probably be good. Animator getting parried. Just going to copy this, and let's go over here on parried and get parried, getting parried. Okay, true. Yeah, I think that will do it. Technically that will do it. So let's try it out. I'm going to select my character. We have gizmos on, so we can see if we are indeed doing the raycast. Not only, but we have to go and set on our greatsword that you can parry with any of these animations. Technically, this is only the attack, however. The other one is just a parry. Okay. And I didn't see. Yeah, this happens. Okay, the draw ray actually happens. So under our controller where we are doing this, when we're doing the parry, let's first of all, let's make this slightly bigger by flow duration, let's say 2 false, and we forget the distance for this. Okay, now we should be having more. So variable, let's add debug log for the angle as well, just in case we did something wrong with this. Parry attack, parry attack. Okay, so this will be should parry. Minimize that. So that's the ray for checking if there is okay, and we have another reference because there's no current snapshot. Let's remove this. Yeah, we're not getting anything. We're not getting anything because we're hitting our own colliders. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So on our own controller, let's remove the mask. Might be a chance that we hit ourselves. Yeah, okay. So maybe let's also add a debug.log for hit dot transform dot name. So we'll see what we're missing, and let's see. Put that compile. Keep in mind I have the errors closed. That's on purpose. And that actually worked. But it worked, but I'm actually pressing the parry. So we need to check a few more other things. Because we're checking for if you can be parried. Yeah, we're not actually checking if you can be parried. So variable on parried, then we need a bool for can be parried. Action, implement the interface. On our controller, let's implement this on our own cells as well. Can be parried. Return is attack or attack interrupted. Is in interruption. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit confusing with the names actually right now. For this one, let's just remove the interruption. Okay. So on the controller, if parryable is not null, if parryable dot can be parried, then do the checks. Otherwise, just don't bother. Okay, because you cannot parry him. So I'm going to remove the parry from the actual animation to parry. We have one error. Let's see. Return false. Okay. Let's do a clear and play. And clear. So basically, yeah, that was it. So if he's in front of us, we can actually parry. He's probably way too high up. So we can change from the AI controller, parry distance, let's set this to 1, I guess. Okay, so that means we can just basically parry him. Now, if we wanted to do the backstab, technically you should have also on the AI controller, you could also use public bool can be backstabbed. Then control that from the animator hook and so on, so on. I'm just going to set this up as to true for now. And on the same interface for this, we can add the can be backstabbed. Okay, and get backstabbed. Let's go under our controller and implement the two exceptions we're going to have. Okay, then under AI controller, let's implement both of them. So down here, can be backstab and get backstabbed. Basically, this will return you the can be backstabbed. This needs to be a public bool. And yeah, we have, damn it, open to backstab. And get parried or get backstab actually. Oops. We'll have the same signature as the get parried. And we need to do this via the interface, however. Okay, because we're basically going to copy paste this one. Getting backstabbed. The only difference can be the parry distance, but it's probably going to be the same since it's almost the same animation, and that we're going to be looking the same direction as the player. Okay, that's basically it. On the controller, we're going to have to implement again our interface, but we're going to end up with a new method. Okay, that's the method we need. We don't need this and this for now. And then let's go up, not on the load weapon, on the variable. Okay, so we can use the same method for this. So we're first going to look for variable, else if variable for can be backstabbed, we're going to do almost the same thing. So we probably can just do this. So actually I think it doesn't make a lot of difference because we want the different angles. We need to be looking at the same direction right now, and instead of that we're still going to play the backstab attack, but this should play the get backstab, and delete this and this. Okay, it's the same animation. Get backstab, it's going to play the getting backstab on the enemy controller. It's going to be playing this. Let's double check the name of the animation. And let's also fix the error for this, return false for now. Getting backstab, okay, I think it's the same name, but let's just double check. We have trust issues. Yeah, it wasn't the same, it was backstabbed, but anyway. So let's try this. Let's pick that up, and we forgot to enable on our greatsword the can backstab. And voila, there we have backstabs. Okay, we need an animation, well, a better animation, but that's pretty fun actually. We also have parry and parry animations, but I'm pretty sure you can say that we're getting there. We still have some things to add, but we are indeed getting there. So that's it for this part. Let's clean up this. We don't need this debug log, I believe. We don't even need, okay, that's not really needed, but let's keep it whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's the part. That's parry, that's also backstab. So as always, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and if you like to see more stuff, more videos, more series, then consider supporting my patrons who can keep making all of these nice things we're making. I'll see you next time.